Hello everybody and welcome back for some more TEW 2016. I've been sick for the past few days. I'm finally just starting to get over it now, so that's why there hasn't been a video in a week, but at least I'm good enough now to where I can at least film videos even though my voice kinda sounds like crap. But before I actually start the card, I'm gonna quickly jump over and edit the backstage rules because I keep forgetting to, and they're pretty negative at the moment. So we're gonna go ahead and I think pretty much I'm gonna leave most of them the same, but I'm gonna add a chiropractor and then I'm gonna organize transport and hotels, but I'm not gonna necessarily pay for them at the moment. So let's go ahead and save that, and they should be positive, which as you can see here, they're now positive rather than negative. The only thing people are upset about is Jeff Hardy being wasted, which is kind of weird because this is SmackDown, but yeah, let's go ahead and I clicked the wrong thing. We want to actually go ahead and run the show. So as usual, I set up 3 different pre-show matches. I ended up hiring X-Pac and Just Incredible. But since I currently don't have access to Velocity, I decided to just debut them in a pre-show match. This way they can get some positive momentum before I put them on the main show. So pretty much it says this is a terrible match, but they ended up picking up the win against Damaja, which is known as Danny Basham and Doug Basham, which I think either one or both of them were complaining that they wanted to be pushed to the main roster, but based on the in-ring performance, I think they're gonna stay on developmental for a little while longer. Then in another pre-show match, we had Rikishi take on Nathan Jones. I had no idea who Nathan Jones is, but he was in our main roster, but I think I'm gonna send him to developmental based on that 8 performance. And then on our final pre-show match, it looks like Chavo ended up picking up the win against Tajiri and Charlie Haas. This was kind of just a random one I threw together so that they were all in some form of match. And then now to actually open the show, we have a segment here. Last week there was a #1 contenders match and Edge was the winner, so he gets into it with Kurt Angle, and then pretty much I involved John Cena and Eddie Guerrero so that this way Edge will take on Eddie Guerrero and Kurt Angle will take on John Cena. And then after that happened, we have our tag team match that was scheduled last week with Rey Mysterio and Billy Kidman taking on Mattitude, and Rey Mysterio and Billy Kidman ended up picking up the win. It's a pretty clean match. Obviously, Shannon Moore couldn't interfere this time since he was already involved in the match. Technically, Crash Holly could have interfered, but I think I'm not gonna really use him as part of Mattitude in this particular mod. And then after the match ends, Rey Mysterio calls out Matt Hardy and tells him he wants a Cruiserweight Championship match at the Royal Rumble, and Matt Hardy accepts. So we're gonna go ahead and add that to the pre-booking, and we're gonna do Royal Rumble. I noticed they put Velocity as an option, but it won't let me actually add it to my schedule because it claims that we have too many shows already. So let's go ahead, book the match. Oh, we have to actually fully book the match. It should be easy enough. So let's go ahead. I've never actually really done this before, so I think pretty much what we do is now I just add Rey Mysterio and Matt Hardy into here and auto name it, and then yeah, pretty much once we have Royal Rumble, I guess I just have to pull this out and then it's already set up. Minus I just have to make a few tweaks to it because we want it to be a title match. Up next, we have just a quick interview with Kurt Angle. He's pretty much ranting on about John Cena, how much he's a newbie, he sucks, and he's gonna defeat John Cena tonight in the main event. And then in our next match, we have a match between Chris Benoit and Shelton Benjamin. It actually got a pretty good rating considering that Shelton Benjamin's still pretty new at this point in time. Pretty glad with the performance. But yeah, Chris Benoit picked up the win with the crippler crossface. Took me only like 3 times to say that. And then after the match, Big Show runs out and attacks Chris Benoit. They're currently in a big feud with each other, so Big Show was not happy that Chris Benoit picked up the win and knocked him out. Next, we have an angle with Brock Lesnar. He ended up going out. He's upset because he was supposed to win last week. He actually even backstage is pissed, so it made sense to make him pissed on camera as well. He's like verbally assaulting the crowd, all of that good stuff. He's technically a face, but it seemed to be the only thing that worked. And apparently Taz's commentary was pretty weak. And then afterwards, we threw him in a squash match with Nunzio. It got a pretty bad rating, which I guess based on how strong Brock Lesnar is to Nunzio, maybe that's what screwed it up. I can do the dirt sheet as well. I'm pretty sure just because it was kind of a throwaway match, that's why it got such a low rating. And then afterwards, we have an interview between Edge and Dawn Marie, and then Eddie Guerrero shows up in the picture. I know I kind of did the same thing last time with John Cena, but I didn't really have any other creative ideas, so yeah, there was an argument and all of that good stuff. And then after they had their argument backstage, they ended up taking it out to the ring where Edge ended up defeating Eddie Guerrero. They had a pretty decent match, so I'm happy with that. Edge wanted to show why he is the #1 contender for the World Heavyweight Champion, or the WWE Champion rather, because this is still before they switched shows. And then I forgot, I made an angle where Edge celebrated and pretty much, yeah, what I was saying before, why he wants to be the #1 contender. Then we have an angle with The Rock hanging out backstage, pretty much. It's supposed to just show that he's here tonight and he's gonna go out to the arena later on and he has something to say. And then after we see The Rock, then we see John Cena in the arena. He's doing a freestyle rap, basically talking trash about Kurt Angle, giving everything back to him that he just received earlier. And yeah, I can't rap, so I'm not even going to attempt to. And then after the freestyle rap, we have a pretty horrible main event. It was probably because I think I did work the crowd, maybe, that it screwed up the numbers a little. I'm not really I'm gonna guess that's what it was, but it's alright, because this is kind of just a week 2 show, so let's see what the next segment is. Then afterwards, Kurt Angle attacked John Cena. Kurt Angle, I didn't even mention Kurt Angle actually won the match, so then afterwards he wanted to show his dominance, and that did better than the match actually did. And then, alright, this will hopefully make up for a lot of the crappy matches, but I had a freestyle angle. Basically, The Rock came out, he started talking a lot, then Hulk Hogan got involved, and we're going to start a rivalry between the two. I know we're definitely going to have them face off in WrestleMania. I'm not sure if I'm going to have them quite face each other in Royal Rumble yet, but we can if you guys want. But I'm thinking I want to save this match for WrestleMania. Let me know what you think in the comments. But yeah, I've never had a 100 rating angle before, so that's pretty awesome. So let's see how this show ended up doing. It did an 80, so that's actually a lot better than I thought. I think basically that angle with The Rock and Hulk Hogan saved it, because I imagine if it wasn't for that, we would have got a much lower rating. Especially considering outside of the angle, with the exception of when Brock Lesnar cut a promo, there's not even a single thing that hit an 80 rating. So now I think kind of like last time I did SmackDown, I'm going to go ahead and I should check this email. But I'm probably going to simulate some days up until we get to probably Sunday rather than Monday, in case there's anything email-wise. And it looks like all the typical emails. Doug Basham thinks he needs to be on the main roster, even though I don't think he's ready quite yet, unless we use him in like dark matches. But he's probably going to stay in developmental for a while. Then we have some people signing with other shows. The Big Show thinks Nathan Jones lacks basic skill, which I agree with because he was the one that pulled off the 8 rating. And Hulk Hogan does not like Shelton Benjamin, which I'm gonna ignore Hulk Hogan's opinion because I think as long as we use Shelton Benjamin right, we can build him up to be a potential upper mid-carder, maybe even a main eventer. Why is Chief Morley annoyed? Chief Morley was very unhappy that Jeff Hardy was clearly wasted on drugs. We already took care of that in the last episode. Maybe I didn't delete all the emails. So yeah, let's go ahead and skip to Thursday. So I originally said let's go ahead and skip to Thursday, but there was actually nothing that happened on Thursday, so I went ahead and skipped to Friday. We have an email. Hopefully this is somebody signing, but it's not because this would have lit up if it was. It's just a bunch of more people saying that they want to be brought up to the main show, which actually there are a couple of people I should bring up, which include Rhino and Kenyon. So maybe I will go ahead and do that right now. Let's delete all the emails and then we will go to development and we want Rhino. We're gonna go ahead and recall you up to the main roster. And then we're gonna also recall Canyon up to the main roster. So let's go ahead and do that. And then I'm thinking AJ Styles might be a little more ready than I originally thought he was. I should probably put him in a couple dark matches to see how he does. And if he gets some good ratings, he might come ahead up to the main roster. So now also really quickly why I'm thinking of it, we need to go ahead and send Nathan Jones to development. I don't know if I'm actually gonna really do anything with him, but we're gonna just send him down to OVW for now. It'll give us the potential to have somebody in the future, even if he's just a jobber. Now, Canyon and Rhino have morale issues. I think they're just annoyed because they were stuck in developmental. Let's go ahead, give them those bonuses so that they can stop being upset. I'm not sure what I want to do with Rhino yet, but I do want to at least try to push Canyon as an upper mid-carder, especially because when I've played this off camera, Canyon's literally the only person that I've ever gotten emails where rather them complaining that we need to get rid of him, I actually had people saying that we should push Canyon, so I think that's a good idea. Let me know what you guys think. But yeah, we'll give Rhino this bonus now so that this way he can be happy, and then we need to assign them both positions on the roster. I think I'm gonna throw Rhino on Raw, so let's go ahead and he's probably going to be a mid-carder if an upper mid-carder, so let's go ahead assign him as an upper mid-carder and then throw him on Raw, and then we will go ahead and assign Canyon to SmackDown. I think is a good fit for him for now, and he's probably also going to be just a mid-carder rather than an upper mid-carder. The goal is to at least make him an upper mid-carder, so hopefully we're able to do that. It also gives SmackDown another heel, because it's kind of funny, because I remember when I first recorded SmackDown, I was saying that there wasn't enough faces, so I turned John Cena into a face, but then I look at it, and I don't know if there's just maybe less people on SmackDown than I thought, but now it feels like there's not enough heels for some reason. So I'm gonna go ahead, skip to the weekend. I don't remember, I feel like there's a couple more people we still need to sign that haven't signed with us yet. So we didn't end up getting any new signings. This is the only email we got between Saturday and Sunday. Let me check, because maybe, alright, everybody is actually just signed with us already. So I am gonna go ahead and maybe I'll sign a couple more people. One person I know I definitely want to sign that we can do right now is Juventud Guerrero, and I think I'm just going to send him straight to the main roster as a cruiserweight. So let's go ahead and sign him. And then I know there was a couple others that I want to sign for sure. There's also a couple that I want to sign, but I want to leave them as a surprise, so maybe what I will do is I'm gonna sign everybody off camera, so this way I'm not sitting here like 20 minutes like, alright, who should I sign? And this way I can keep the surprises. Maybe we'll pick up Nicole Bass while we're at it. She was in the women's division at one point, and the woman definitely could use work. but I want her to actually be able to wrestle, so we're gonna assign her as B whatever is needed. Nobody gets a bonus in my WWE. Yeah, we'll sign Nicole Bass. So yeah, if you guys got any other suggestions, let me know in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like. Hopefully once I get over whatever I have, I don't know if I have a cold or the flu or what everybody's talking about right now, but I ended up having to like pause a lot because I kept coughing and running out of breath. So once I'm like fully over this, then I will start to have more videos out on a regular basis. But I just want to thank everybody for understanding and being patient, and I hope you guys enjoy my videos. Make sure to comment, like, and subscribe, and I hope y'all have a very good day. Bye.